young players. Take me back to when you were a younger player.
Yep.
It's the kind of league where you got to have young guys because of the cap. You got to play them. You got to have a few, guys to contribute. But there's a lot of pressure on those guys. And I don't know if they're always ready for it. Maybe. What's it like what do you remember about being a 21-year-old in your first couple seasons?
Oh, I wasn't 21. I was 24.
You were 24.
I was older.
That's right.
College.
That's right.
23, 24. I can't remember. It's fun. Like it's awesome. You're in the league. You're learning about, being a pro. You're playing in the league that you dreamed of growing up as a kid. So you're experiencing all your first time in this rink, first time in that rink. Sometimes it's your first time in the city. So it's just obviously a unique experience. When I was coming up, it was we were kind of just coming off of a rebuilding year. It was all young guys, really. I think we had a group of older guys, but then it was myself, Austin, Willie, Connor Brown, Kasperi Kapanen, just a bunch of young guys, Mitch Marner, obviously, and we got to kind of grow up together. So that was really cool. And our first year, we didn't have as many expectations. We didn't have guys like Connor or Leon who are now in their prime, right? So it was a little different. And we were able to kind of make the playoffs. We weren't expected to make it, and then kind of build from there. So, whereas our guys are coming into a team, that made the Western Conference Finals and that has high aspirations and expectations, right? So it's a little bit different scenario, but same situation where if you want to win every year, you look at a Stanley Cup winner. They always have young guys who are on entry-level deals or team-friendly deals, and they're the ones who are making those big contributions because, like you said, the cap is so tight. So it's great. They're doing really well, and it's really been fun to watch them grow. And every game, you take a step and you find your confidence and you build and figure out what kind of player you're going to be in this league.
Yeah, when you're a guy like a McLeod or a Bouchard or whatever, the problem is not just them. Any kid, they don't ascend in a straight line.
Yep.
You kind of go like this. But you guys are a team that, there's not a lot of time for this part. They got lots of time for this part. So there's pressure on them, that's all.
Yeah, there's pressure for sure. I think there's pressure on everybody, but as a young guy, obviously, you're trying to make carve out a role for yourself, right? And when you're on a team that has, high aspirations, maybe you don't have as long as a leash as you do if you're on a team that is struggling or, whatever the case may be, right? So it's obviously a higher pressurized environment, and I think as an older guy, you want to make them feel as comfortable and as confident as possible. I think that's the key is every young player, when they have confidence, you see them take another step and you see them become more of a player that they want to be or that they're going to be as they develop. So I think confidence is so important.
You've playing on a line with Connor McDavid, you've done it here and there and had some success with it. Is it the same as playing on a line with any other guy? Do you approach it the same way, or how is it?
No, it's different, right? Like you're playing with the best player in the world who's got, I think just when you look at skating, you have, good skaters, average skaters, and then you have Connor, right? Yeah. So whenever you get, playing with other players, the speed is usually similar, right? The timing, the pace, where you need to put the puck, things like that are similar. When you play with Connor, you have to kind of be aware that he can get to areas quicker and faster than other players. So I think, timing is different, but I think from how I would approach every game, it's similar.
Because you play the same all the time anyway, so.
I tried to. Yeah, I tried to. Yeah.
It seems like the easiest thing in the world, but at the same time, it seems like one of the most difficult things to do because the bar is elevated. You're on his line. You got to work around him.
I think, for myself, I've been fortunate to play with a lot of really, really good players, so I'm, pretty comfortable playing with guys like that. But early in your career, it's definitely, it's a little nerve-wracking. There's pressure and Connor's great about it though. Like he's a really good teammate and makes you feel comfortable. But anytime you're playing with a guy like that, you want to make sure that he has a good game and you want to play well and do all those things, right? So yeah, there's extra pressure for sure.
So speaking of Dylan Holloway, what's going through his mind as he lines up with Connor?
Oh, he scored last game. He played great, right? Him and Yamo and Connor were great last game, right? So I think for him now, he's played. What is it? We're close to 40, so what is it? He's in the high 30s or 40, whatever it is. He's played that many games now, so I think he's comfortable, right? I think he's learned a lot in that time. Like he's learned, he's played with Leon and myself early on. Now he's playing with Connor, and I think he's kind of learned where to use his skills and where to kind of keep it simple. And I think, I think he's got an elite speed, so that really helps. When you're playing with a guy like Connor, if you're fast, that you can try to keep up and make plays and things like that. And he's a strong kid. I think every game he's going to get more and more confidence. And I think everybody has high expectations for him. He's just a great kid and an amazing player.